pull.
No! Back up! Now!
I'm a physician.
I don't care.
To ICE, get the out of Minneapolis.
Hi guys, it's Glory and you all are welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about a video that is trending online right now. An ICE agent shot and killed a woman in Minneapolis and it's causing major outrage online. Let's watch the clip and I will share my thoughts and I want to hear yours in the comments.
She was scared. She wasn't trying to comply. I mean, she was trying to block traffic, and then they got aggressive, and she was scared, and she started to drive off. She was trying to comply with what they said to get out of here, and then they were saying, then they were trying to pull her out of the car, and that's when she got scared and tried to drive away. She got shot, and then immediately her foot went on the gas. She was I think she was already dead, but her foot hit the gas. She drove off maybe 100 feet, and then hit the telephone pole and hit some cars. And then she was just slumped in her vehicle, and they wouldn't let anybody near her. They had their guns out and were saying, "Stay back, stay back, stay back." And we have a neighbor who was he's a physician, and he was yelling, "I'm a physician. Can I please administer CPR? Can I check her vitals? Can I please get through?" And they were like, "No, absolutely." They said, "No, shut up, we don't care. We have our own medics on their way." And then it was like 15 minutes before the EMS truck got here, and the EMS couldn't get their vehicle through. So they arrived on foot. They couldn't get through because of the ICE vehicles, to be clear. So they came through on foot. It was maybe 5 EMS people, and they checked her out for maybe 5 minutes, and then they carried her body like a f***ing sack of potatoes. They didn't even have a stretcher. They carried her out to the corner where they took her away.
Thousands of people have gathered in Minneapolis to protest against ICE after they shot and killed an innocent 37-year-old woman today. Just look at this. It's fantastic. That is just so amazing to see. Thousands out there in Minneapolis to support Renee Nicole Good, the woman that was shot. There have also been protests around the country. There was one in Lower Manhattan tonight as well. The best resistance to Donald Trump and his insane regime has been and always will be the people, whether it be protesting or actually getting out there and voting and getting these losers out of office. I love that protest. It is so inspiring. Please keep it up.
ICE has fatally shot a U.S. citizen, and they're trying to lie about it. They are trying to say that it was self-defense. They chose to shoot in the face. Do you know how evil you have to be to shoot someone in the face? My God, the anxiety that I feel in this country every day should be criminal. The anger that I feel in this country should be criminal. Because it shouldn't even matter if she's undocumented or not. Why are you shooting anyone who is not threatening you? And why are you lying about it, trying to make us believe that it was self-defense when the video shows she was driving away? In the face! A human being! You cannot sit here and say that you're doing this in the name of America when you're shooting and taking the lives of Americans.
A massive protest has broken out tonight in Minneapolis as people are fed up with ICE and the Trump administration. Now, as you know by now, Renee Nicole Good, a mother of a 6-year-old, is no longer with us because of ICE and their tactics. And this is just a flashpoint. This is just the boiling point for people, and it's clear. Check this out. Look at this sea of humanity. All of these little lights up and down this street, and that goes on for blocks. That's people taking to the streets because people have seen enough from ICE. We've seen their tactics. We've seen how they've been enforcing the law and immigration. And now it has come to this. Now we've lost a person who should be here. A child should have their mother, but they don't. And make no mistake, the officer's not going to be held accountable. This is going to be justified. You can bet on that. The only accountability will come from us. In November, we have to use this as the moment. This is the launching point here tonight in Minneapolis that we go forth and we say to the Trump administration, no more.
After ICE murdered Renee Nicole Good, after they murdered her, they would not allow physicians on scene to administer aid at all. In fact, no, they chastised them and yelled at them and said, oh, we have our own medics.
Can I go check a pulse?
No! Back up! Now!
I'm a physician!
I don't care.
We understand. We got EMS coming. I get it. Just give us a second.
We have medics on scene. We have our own medics.
Where are they? Where are they? How can I relax? You just killed my neighbor.
But no, ICE did not have any medics on scene. They lied about that. It took 10 to 15 minutes for EMS to arrive. And even then, they got blocked by ICE's vehicles and had to arrive on foot. Meanwhile, in the 10 to 15 minutes it took for EMS to get there, there were physicians on scene who could have rendered aid and potentially saved Renee's life. But ICE does not care about protecting people or saving lives. They never have. Their entire purpose is to terrorize the population. And that's why the minimum position should be to abolish ICE. The minimum position is to get rid of the secret police terrorizing our streets.
They are already trying to spin this as an action of self-defense. Having seen the video of myself, I want to tell everybody directly, that is bullshit. This was an agent recklessly using power that resulted in somebody dying, getting killed. To ICE, get the fuck out of Minneapolis. We do not want you here. Your stated reason for being in this city is to create some kind of safety, and you are doing exactly the opposite. People are being hurt. Families are being ripped apart. Long-term Minneapolis residents that have contributed so greatly to our city, to our culture, to our economy are being terrorized, and now somebody is dead. That's on you. And it's also on you to leave.
It was an act of domestic terrorism. What happened, it was our ICE officers were out in an enforcement action. They got stuck in the snow because of the adverse weather that is in Minneapolis. They were attempting to push out their vehicle, and a woman attacked them and those surrounding them and attempted to run them over and ram them with her vehicle. An officer of ours acted quickly and defensively shot to protect himself and the people around him. And my understanding is that she was hit and is deceased. We're continuing to gather more information, but this goes to show the assaults that our ICE officers and our law enforcement are under every single day.
If that ICE agent isn't persecuted to the fullest extent of the law for murdering a woman in broad daylight in the middle of the street in front of several witnesses for the crime of following their orders, which was to move her car out of the way, which she was doing. If they don't persecute him for murdering her, then what does that mean? That was a rhetorical question. It means that more so than we thought before, ICE can move through the world with complete and total immunity. They can come into our neighborhoods, into our towns, into our cities, into our homes, into our cars, into our children's schools, daycares, it doesn't matter. They can go wherever they want, and they could execute you in the middle of the day, in the middle of the day, in the middle of the street, in front of dozens of people, and it won't matter. Is that the kind of world you want to live in?
We have been shouting this from the beginning, that this was only a matter of fucking time before this happened, because these agents are untrained, they are unvetted, they are trigger happy. These are not trained federal agents, and they shot a woman in the face. It was only a matter of fucking time. They shot her in the face 3 to 4 times, point blank range, right in front of her car. What the fuck is happening? What are we doing? This cannot be allowed to continue. I do not want to hear anybody come into my comments and say, oh, well, what was she doing? What was she doing? She was trying to turn around in her car. There are multiple witnesses at the scene that said she was trying to turn around. They shot her in the face.
If I cannot stand you people that voted for this man, because I did not. ICE has murdered a woman in Minneapolis. Yes, shot her in the head, a mere 4 blocks away from where George Floyd was murdered. My God, just absolute mess and insanity. We're only 7 days in. We have all of this going on. Now they are going to try to justify this shooting. They're going to try to say because she was moving that car around that it became a weapon. Don't even be shocked when that happens. It will happen. Graphic photos of the headrest in her car, blood on them. This is what many of you voted for. You voted for this, to split up families, to have people unalived in the street. Instead of making your lawmakers work and actually develop legislation and commit to policy and procedures that would help control immigration in this country. No, we don't want to do that. We want to turn the United States into a country where cities have to become police states. That's what we're headed for. And that's what many of you voted for. Am I surprised by any of it? No. Kamala Harris told you what would happen. And during her book tour last year, she even said it may get worse.
According to reports, Rennie Nicole, a 37-year-old woman, was shot and killed by an ICE agent. Reports claim that agents acted in self-defense, saying her vehicle was a threat. But eyewitness videos tells a different story. Her SUV was backing up, not attacking anyone. When I saw the footage of people protesting, saying no to ICE, I understood exactly why. The very agency that's supposed to protect people is now taking lives. People were demanding safety, demanding justice, and instead, a woman lost her life. That's heartbreaking. What strikes me the most is how quickly things escalated. One moment she's asked to leave, the next tragedy, and the fact that there are conflicting narratives doesn't make it easier. It makes accountability even more important. Law enforcement's role is to protect, not instill fear. Yet, here we are, and I can't help but feel that when people protest, when they raise their voices, it's because they've lost trust in those meant to save them. This is bigger than one incident. It's about transparency, fairness, and respect for human life. If every day people can be caught in those moments, how safe are our communities really? And the grief, the anger, the outrage, it's valid, it's necessary, and it demands attention. I want to hear from you. How do you feel about what happened to Rennie Nicole and the protests against ICE? Comment your thoughts below. Let's discuss. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more conversation about what is really happening in our communities. I will see you in the next video. Bye.